What a day. What a day for it. You don't often get a groundbreaking that turns out like this from the weather gods. So we're really excited to be here. On behalf of the entire MRP team and so many others who have helped us get to this point, my name is John Beggart with MRP. I'll have the privilege of introducing our three speakers today. Our agenda this morning will be brief remarks from the three speakers. We'll have followed by a ceremonial turning of the dirt with several of the critical team members that helped make this project a reality. And then afterwards, the main event, we have a can't miss community barbecue out there, open for all the residents, community members, and all of Ward 5. So I hope everyone's able to stick around and enjoy it. I'd first like to welcome our esteemed guests to my right. Mayor Bowser, Councilmember McDuffie, it's truly an honor to have you here at this event. We really appreciate it. Thanks for being such amazing advocates on behalf of Bryant Street over the years. We first started working on this project in 2014, so it's really exciting for all of us to see it come to fruition. Also on my left, some of our financial partners, obviously a couple members of the MRP team, Bob Murphy and Kevin Shar, and our partner of our third deal now, Mr. David DeVilliers from Florida Rock. So thank you all for being here. So today, the Bryant Street groundbreaking for Phase 1 represents the construction commencement of 487 new multifamily units, 38 new affordable units, a new 9-screen Alamo Theater, and an additional 35,000 square feet of community-serving retail. This is the first phase of hopefully 2 to 3 more phases, and at total build-out, we expect Bryant Street to deliver an additional 120 new affordable units into Ward 5. So in thinking about my remarks last night and our work on this redevelopment since 2014, I kept returning to the many relationships and partnerships that we've created over the years. Getting to this point, we will admit, was full of twists and turns. It was full of a lot of challenges. We had several low moments and a lot of challenging moments, but we got through it. And we kept persevering, all of us, this whole team, this whole group, and everyone in front of us. We worked closely with so many great team members from the city and from the private side. Greater Mount Calvary, our neighbor, the Edgewood community, obviously the Deputy Mayor's Office, the Edgewood Civic Association, Patricia Williams, Michael Clark, all of the A&C commissioners, the Mayor's Office, obviously, Councilmember McDuffie's office. It was just an unbelievable Herculean effort to get to this point, and we leaned on them often, and it was fantastic. So we're really proud that we can deliver something beneficial to Ward 5 and to our great city. So with that, let's turn it over to our speakers. It is my privilege and honor to introduce our first speaker, the 8th mayor of her hometown in our District of Columbia, the Honorable Mayor Muriel Bowser.
Well, hello, Ward 5. I am really excited to be with you today. And John, thank you for that introduction. I am also very happy to be here with your council member for Ward 5, Kenya McDuffie. Let's give Council Member McDuffie a big round of applause. I also would like to acknowledge John Falchicchio and all of my team at DEMPED. Let's give the interim mayor and the DEMPED team a wonderful round of applause. So today we are here to celebrate with MRP and the development team and Ward 5 and Edgewood the kickoff of a very transformative project. It will be one of the largest developments in DC's pipeline with 6 blocks and 7 phases right here in Edgewood. As you will recall, as we have discussed out in the community, I presented to the council a tax increment financing package that would help this project get off the ground right here in Ward 5. And it was my commitment that we would use every tool in our toolbox to deliver the type of economic development, affordable housing, entertainment, grocery, retail that every neighborhood deserves and wants. And we have been able to successfully use the tax increment financing tool in neighborhoods all across the District of Columbia and have made very significant investments with that tool right here in Ward 5. I think we can safely say that with this major development, we are delivering on two really big commitments: providing housing options for our residents close to public transportation, and working toward our vision to rejuvenate dated infrastructure in neighborhoods all across the city. So you heard about phase one: 487 apartment units, 35,000 square feet of retail, including a 9-screen theater. Approximately $4 million will accrue to the district in annual tax revenue, and an investment in very significant public spaces, including a plaza, helping us recreate a new urban grid, dog park, marketing building, outdoor seating for the public, and improvements to the Metropolitan Branch Trail and access to the Metro Station. As our city continues to grow, we know that it is rapidly changing, and so we have to prioritize investments like this one in communities just like Edgewood. Throughout smart planning and with creativity, we can have all of the things that our neighborhoods want: safe and affordable housing, investments in new infrastructure, top entertainment, and improved public spaces. Together, we can create amazing opportunities to transform an age shopping center into a fresh, multi-purpose destination. So I once again want to thank the community for coming together, for working with us. The thing that I've learned in doing and supporting a lot of different projects over many, many years is that there's a lot of push-pull and development projects, and almost always is better at the end because of it. So I want to thank this community for that push-pull, for the development team for being present, and I'm looking forward to phase one and the next phases that will deliver all of the things that we need for our community. So with that, thank you very much. And I think I have the honor of introducing our next speaker, who we don't have to tell anything about Ward 5. He's the son of Ward 5 and has been, like us, very committed to affordable housing. When Councilmember McDuffie and I were on the council together, the council member made a very significant push to make automatic investments in our housing production trust fund. That now, as the city's finances improve and improve and improve, we see the automatic feature of a piece of legislation that he introduced help replenish our housing production trust fund. So if we are going to have a city that grows and grows for everyone, our commitment to affordable housing must be steadfast. Councilmember Kenyon McDuffie.
Good morning. Oh my God, we do have to wake them up a little bit. Y'all forget where y'all are. This is Ward 5. Good morning. Good morning. There we go. There we go. Thank you, Madam Mayor. I appreciate the introduction, those warm words. It is such a delight to be here with you all this morning. I want to thank John and the entire MRP team and all the representatives from Florida Rock Properties and everybody else who's helping to make this project come to fruition. I want to thank the acting deputy mayor, John Falchicchio, the entire DMPED team, and all the other agency representatives who are here. And I want us all to give Mayor Muriel a round of applause for her steadfast focus on building affordable housing and expanding the capacity overall of housing in the District of Columbia so we can meet the housing demands of residents across incomes here in our city. So we do appreciate your efforts in that respect. As Madam Mayor said, I am a son of the city. I'm a son of Ward 5. In fact, I grew up not too far from here. I used to come down to this shopping center frequently. I remember, and I'm sure some of you all in the audience will remember, the days when it was a Zayre's department store, when it was an Ames department store, when we had the Safeway, and great memories. Some of y'all remember before it was even any of that stuff. And that's a little before my time, but I am pleased that we are looking at this mixed-use development that's going to really help to shot in the arm for this community over here in terms of the amenities that they have accessible to them. We know that we've been really pushing to try to make sure that we have more housing in Ward 5 and across the District of Columbia. We also know that we want to have more retail opportunities in Ward 5 as well. And there's some people who really need thanks for helping to make this come to fruition beyond the folks who are sitting on the stage. And that's our ANCs and our civic leadership. If you are an ANC or a civic association leader, please stand up so people know who you are and raise your hand. Stand up. Let's give them a round of applause. In particular, Commissioner Pat Williams and Mr. Michael Clark, who is the Civic Association president, have worked so hard to represent the voices of the residents of the Edgewood community to make sure that they have a seat at the table. And as a result, I think we have a project that we can all be proud of. We have features like 10-year transportation partnership with Seabury for the seniors of Edgewood, and they really fought to make that happen. We have a dedicated community meeting space, partnership with DDOT to improve the MBT, the Metropolitan Branch Trail behind us. We've got dedication of a minimum of at least 30 jobs for DC residents, $10,000 to Beacon House for after-school program, $10,000 to McKinley Tech for a greenhouse project, and also MRP is going to work on helping to bring more bike shares to this community as well. And so I think those are very important amenities that are over and above what we're going to get when we have these buildings that are constructed here. So I'm really pleased to be here with you all. I look forward to turning the dirt and look forward to even more forward to actually when we come back and cut the ribbon. So thank you all for allowing me to be a part of this, and thank you all for being here today.
Thank you so much, Council Member. And our third speaker tonight is a partner of ours from MRP since 2011. This will be our third project with David and his Florida Rock team. We've completed two fantastic projects down in the Capitol Riverfront neighborhood with David and his team, and he's a great friend. He's been a great partner to the MRP team, and we're excited to have him. So I'd like to introduce David DeVilliers from Florida Rock.
Thank you, John. Good morning. Thank you all for coming. I'm quite honored to be in the presence of Mayor Bowser and certainly for Mr. Council Member. This is an amazing day for me. I came to Washington. I live in Baltimore, Maryland. We came to Washington. We met the gentleman from MRP, and we started looking into doing developments in Washington, D.C. And I said, you know, one of the ways that you can do these things is through a combined effort of the government, of good people, but you also have to promise that you're going to do a good job, and you're going to be there in the good times and the bad. And I look at over this group of people here, and I see a whole lot of people that are hopeful about this project. Sure, we're the ones that invested the money in this project, but you guys are investing your lives and your time, and I think it's important. So I'm just, on behalf of all of the people here and myself, we're thrilled about the shared vision for this project. Our partnership with MRP, the D.C. government, all of the local neighborhood groups, it's just a great example of how things can come together. So today it's certainly a great feeling for me to watch this program start, but more importantly, it's even going to be better to watch this entire project come to life. Thank you all for all that you've done so far, and we look forward to supporting you all the way through.
So before we move on to the turning of the dirt, I would just like to recognize, there's many partners I'm sure that we can't recognize today, but they know how much effort they've put in for us and how much they've helped this whole process, so I hope they understand that. But I do want to recognize Sami Kirkdill from SK&I Architectural Design Group. Sami's team, we've done multiple projects with Sami's team in the city, really talented team, and they've been partners and not just architectural providers for us for 10 years now. And so it's an honor to have him here. But most importantly, my final thanks is really the Edgewood, Eckington, Brookland community and all the residents here. We are we believe we're going to build something that you guys are really going to be proud of. And we've been spending a lot of time and a lot of energy on it. And we want to do the right thing by this community and this market and this neighborhood. And we think we have, and we think we'll continue to do it. And so I want to say thank you for being involved, and please, let's keep moving forward.